Every school data team meets 2 full days in the summer, and that's one of the things they do. They go through all those results. So that will be a plan for next summer, I'm sure.
I'd like to know, what type of test is this? I guess what I'm thinking of, and I would like to see possibly even in kindergarten, but when a student starts in the school system, I would like to know just where the student is. From that way you could prescribe their lessons or what they need to learn from then on. And is it that type of test? Is it aptitude test? What kind of test is it?
It's an achievement test.
Achievement test?
In Stat 10, Dr. Nate may want to address that.
It's a norm reference standardized test.
And it is correlated to the Common Core standards.
It is, and it will tell where each student, what their abilities are at that level. What they're starting in school with, right?
Not where they're starting in school, because it'll be given at the end of the year.
You know,
I guess what I'm thinking is I would like to have a test that just gives you raw data where that student is when they start in school. And then from there, you can test and see what the progress is.
that's nothing. I don't know if he tested.
Well, your second grade test will be telling you third grade.
Yeah,
It will tell you that.
Mr. McMahan, kindergarten is kind of.
Dr. Nate asked me to address that. A couple of things maybe that will help you make your decision. We have an assessment in kindergarten. It's our own. Becky Ralston and a group of teachers designed the assessment, and it is given to all of them. That replaced, under my predecessor, the Gantz test. And the reason for that, I believe, Jerry Beck can tell you the numbers, but I believe it was costing several $1,000s to do the Gantz test, and they felt like this test replaced that and saved that much money. We do test them. And they, I mean, I can't tell you it's a scientific test. It certainly won't carry the same weight as a Gantz, but it is at a reasonable expense, and it is a legitimate test, a teacher-constructed test. Now, from that, we will continue to do that, of course. And then what we're aiming to do with the testing in the K1 and 2, there's other avenues that we haven't discussed in this meeting. One of it is to bring some equity to the evaluation system. Okay, the teachers have a 15% component of that evaluation system they're scored on. They don't have that in K1 and 2 because we don't have any testing data. So we've been having to come up with things to fill that gap. This will give those teachers another avenue of filling that 15% gap in those grades. The other thing is a shift in the way that we are evaluating teachers. In the past, it's been purely on TCAP scores, as you professional educators know. Now it's on TVAS data, which is a growth measure. Okay, we will be able to generate, if we get to continue this test, we will be able to generate growth measures for these same teachers just as we are doing in grades 3 through 8. So both of those things need to be considered as well as these other things that have already been pointed out. All of those things together go into the reason I think Dr. Ellis has requested for the testing, as well as what she's already mentioned and you've already discussed. So all those things are in place, and that's the avenue we're trying to pursue with the testing from here.
This point I was trying to get at, you know, some students, when they start in school, they have at home, they've had a lot more instruction at home, and they're more able to start school and so forth. And I just like to see if there's something there to you see where they're starting out at, and as they grow, you could really see where their growth is, and that would show a lot of the ability of the teacher to improve their knowledge. But every student's going to start out at a different location.
You're absolutely correct. There's a great discrepancy in kindergarten. That is what they come in with. Some of them are ready to go first grade, and some of them still aren't after they complete kindergarten. And it's a challenge for us to figure out how to get them ready. I know that there's a great deal of negative things about testing kids that early too. I've actually been a proponent of not doing it in the past, but there are benefits now, and the climate that we're in educationally kind of leans towards doing that.